So this morning I was watching this video, and it was this guy. His house had caught on fire. He had called like emergency services, and it just so happened that the police had gotten there first. And he was trying to put out the fire, and they like pulled him out of his house and like beat him to a bloody pulp. And I was just thinking that I would love to see like a police officer get charged like a regular person. Like when you do something so stupid as to like stop a man from like saving his house from burning down, like, and like the whole narrative was like, you know, the police officers found guns and ammo in a house fire, and it was like, that's, you searched his house, like that's crazy. That's like, they arrested him and his son, and it's just like, this is why nobody has trust for police anymore. Like, this is why everybody needs to have body cams, and this is why it needs to be made public. Like, people can't be trusted just to like handle themselves well, because it doesn't happen enough. That's I can only go by like my bad experience with the police, and I just have to think that like even hearing something like, you know, somebody's sob story, like being kept from your children and being extorted and harassed, and like that would be upsetting. I completely understand that. Like, I get it. Sorry, I forgot to take a breath. Yeah, I would totally sympathize with that person, and I would be upset also, like driving over to that person who has done all this wrong to them. But that's on the car ride over, that's when you have to like separate it. Like, you have to put this side of the story in the back of your head, and then listen to this side of the story, and then like that's when you choose whether or not you're upset at somebody. Like, you can't show up at somebody's house already mad at them, like assuming that they're like this bad person. That's like, I showed up at the door like, hi, and he was so angry, like he was so mad at me. And that's, I've never really enjoyed the cops. There was one time that my ex-husband had bought a van down in Toronto or something, and we didn't know that as soon as it got wet underneath, like the whole vehicle would just shut down. So I didn't have my license. My sister had offered to go and pick up all the guys from the bar, and I was like, take my new van, there's more room. It ended up, it had been raining, and we hit a puddle, and like the van just shut off. So we tried to get to like the side of the road, but the police ended up coming up behind us. And that's like just the attitude and stuff. Like, it's, my sister's going like, stop talking to them like that, why are you giving the cops attitude? And me just going like, they're just people, they're just like us. Like, it's silly. I hate that they think that they're better. Like, you don't get to be better just because of your job. Like, it's your job. That's just, when you're not working, that's you're the same, and you should be the same while you're working too. Like, really, it's just so crazy to me how bad it's become. Like, I believe in like what the police do and like what it is supposed to be, but it's not what it used to be. Like, or it's not acting like what it's meant to be. That's, I find more often than not, it's like innocent people that are getting like beaten. Like, it's just crazy, because like when you go to jail, like you haven't been charged with anything yet. Like, you haven't been to a courtroom yet. So like you're supposed to be innocent right there. Like, you don't get treated very innocently, it seems like.